Max, right now the team is going through some adversity, and it's not anything new to this team. But what's kind of been like the way that you guys, as a team, are trying to regroup from this and in the locker room and working through it?
Yeah, obviously in situations like this, it can be tough. But like you said, we've been here before, unfortunately. But you really can't look too far into the future. You can't look in the past. You just got to stay present, and that's really all we can do. Just stay and take it one game at a time, one day at a time, one practice, one workout at a time. That's kind of how I approach my life, and I know this team is kind of looking at it from that angle now because you got no other option. We work year round to come out here and put the best performance out for the fans and ourselves and our families. So obviously it's hard right now, but you can't dwell on anything. You just got to keep working.
When you guys are going through a practice like today, like what was the message from the coach? I know you can't really kind of talk about exact words or anything, but what's been the message with the coach to you guys as players?
Honestly, it's just not losing enthusiasm. That's at the end of the day, we are what we are, but we got to take a clean slate. We're 0-0 this week. We got to go out there and beat Denver. That's all that matters, and we'll worry about next week when it gets here. So, that's kind of the main message, just staying in today. Take care of Wednesday, and then when tomorrow gets here, we'll take care of tomorrow. So, it's easier to say, especially as a collective, but I know I'm preaching that to my guys. I always do, and I know the leaders are doing the same. So we just gotta keep working and get better.
I know probably if you could clone yourself, you would try to, just because of the 7 sacks you've had on the season and the way that you get around the field, and you try to make effort on every play. I remember there was one up against the back of the end zone. I think Jonathan Taylor was trying again. You came from across the field. Just like how have you tried to help along some of the other players to, maybe even like get there, when you can't, or just, how do you kind of guys go together as a group? Yeah.
Honestly, I just try to lead by example every day. When you got guys like Nate Hobbs and these
Nate
young
wants to
guys,
get back.
you gotta
Nate wants to get back.
exactly. He's trying to get back, but I just try to inspire my guys, and that's all I can do. At the end of the day, your film, your work ethic, your attitude, that's what people look up to. That's what people see. That's what people see every day. So if I can bring some guys along with me, that's all that matters. I think guys are trying to do right, and there's always more to do. So and that's for me as well. So I just got to keep keep doing that, keep inspiring, and keep pulling the guys with me.
I know there's been a lot of team captain meetings, right, this season, and obviously Derek got pretty emotional following the last loss, Devontae as well. Devontae said something, though, that kind of stood out. He just said he felt like not enough guys were bought in. Are you sensing that as well? And kind of like, how do you – you can't make somebody buy into the system, right?
Yeah, it's tough to say. You can't – at the end of the day, everyone's a professional. Everyone comes here to better themselves, better their careers, and continue improving. I'm good. I appreciate it. But yeah, you really can't. It's hard to say. I can't say if somebody else is fully bought in or not. That's internal, and I know for a fact. I come in here with the right attitude. I try to at least every single day, and you would hope everybody else is doing the same. And I believe we have the right guys in the locker room, 100%. I don't think it's a matter of us not playing hard. I think just people got to continue to focus on the details, get better at their assignments, get better at their jobs, and that starts with me, that starts with the leaders as well. Everyone's got to hold that standard up. You can't point fingers, you can't say, well, these guys aren't doing enough. It's just we got to pull everyone up and get to that standard, and that's what we're trying to do.
I know you had tweeted out after the game that, Raider Nation deserves better, and I don't know if you heard it, that they were booing, at some point. How bad does that hurt?
Yeah, it sucks. Obviously when I was a kid, I was a super fan. So, when I grew up in Michigan, I treated the Lions like that was life or death for me. I made my dad drive me to Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm like, we're watching the game. We got to be there. So, I understand it. And I feel for them because I know, obviously a lot of people had high expectations and things like that. And Raider fans are the most loyal fans in the world. So, you want to put a great product out there every time you play. So, yeah, I feel for them 100%. It's not easy. Obviously, we want to do better, but it's a process, and we just got to trust it and keep working.
What are your thoughts on Jerry Tillery coming and joining the team?
Obviously, me and Jerry, we got the, we're from the same agency. We train together at Exos together. So I've known Jerry for years now, and he's a great dude. Has a ton of tools. He's obviously a physical freak of nature. So if he come in here with the right attitude and help us win, that's all you can ask for.
How much does he help you do your job?
I talk about it all the time. 4 equals 1. The D line, it can't just be one guy. It can't just be 2 guys. It's got to be all 4 and some. So, if Jerry can come in, which I believe he will, and help us get to that, that'll be huge for our team.
Were you able to catch up with Yannick on Sunday?
Yeah. He called me after the game, and I was getting in my car, and he was getting on the bus. So he's like, "Look across, I'm right here." So I got to talk to him and DeForest Buckner. They're all good buddies of mine. So Brandon Faison too. So it was great seeing all those guys. Coach Gus as well. I love those guys to death. So it was really cool.